Hello everyone, hello you people who clicked on this video. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you watch this channel. I'm just gonna put a little disclaimer right now. This video is not like my usual. I'm just talking. So if it's not your thing, just listening to someone talk, then click off this video now. But the topic of this video, my lifting journey so far. How did I get as big as I am and strong as I am now? What did I do to get there? Just how, basically. My story. So let me give some context. I'm 18 years old. I've been lifting for 2 years. 2 years. It's not a lot of time, you know. 2 years. 2 years is not a lot of time. Some people live their life for 2 years and experience nothing really new, no new real change. Just kind of 2 years of existing, not really working towards anything or just existing, man. I don't know how people do it. I have to constantly see change in my life, or life just gets boring and I want to probably off myself, jumping off a bridge or something. But let's rewind the time. Let's rewind the clock. 2 years. 2 years ago. I'll pop up a picture how I looked 2 years ago, right here. I was not skinny, not fat, kind of skinny fat. It's kind of a common place people start. So when I got into the gym, I knew that I was either going to have to bulk, maintain, or cut. I knew that for starters. So I had to pick one. I kind of didn't really care. I thought, I'm just going to go for bulk because eat more means more gains, right? You eat big to get big. Every beginner thinks you have to eat big to get big. And for beginners, it is kind of true. It is kind of true. Having more calories when you're starting off, it's going to help you, with your newbie gains, because everyone has newbie gains. When you first start lifting, anything you do in the gym, you're going to see growth. And if you're bulking on top of that, you have nutrients in your body supporting that growth, those newbie gains, you're going to see some pretty big gains. But you will put on the body fat, which is what I did. I'll put up another series of pictures here. This is me like 6 months into lifting. I was just, benching, deadlifting, rowing, doing compound lifts, and then doing the isolation lifts. That was kind of my regime. And I also did push, pull, and legs. And it was working well. I was putting on the size, I was getting stronger, but I was putting on a lot of body fat. So I got a year in, I was looking like this, a year in, and then I decided, okay, it's time for a cut, because all I knew was bulk and cut. I did say earlier I did know about maintenance, but I didn't know that was something you could do. It was kind of just like in my brain, bulk cut, bulk cut, bulk cut, that's gonna work. So after I bulked for a year, basically, I got like too much fat that I was comfortable with. So I just cut. I cut down and I got down to this. And that was good. I was happy with that. Like, I thought I looked sick. I thought I looked big and stuff. See, like I wasn't big, but I had a lot of muscle. But at the time, it felt like I had a lot more than I did. Also to mention, at around the 1 year mark, that's when I reached like 100 kg bench. So yeah, I'm kind of genetically gifted, because my first day in the gym, I remember I benched 70 kg. First day in the gym, 70 kg. Some people on their first day bench like 30, 40. I was almost at double that, so I already knew that I had something in this, I was like, okay, this is gonna be good, because I'm already out benching everybody else, all of my friends, everybody I knew. I was always a strong kid growing up anyway. I was always a kid that was strong as hell. Kind of beefy growing up, kind of chubby, but I had the strength. I was a strong kid, I can't lie. So yeah, back to what I was saying. 1 year, cut down, and then I thought I looked big, had a lot of muscle, so I was like, okay, you know what? I've cut down, I'm gonna just start bulking up again, because again, the idea in my head, bulk cut, bulk cut. So I started bulking up again. This time I took it too far, because 1 year, 6 months in to lifting, I now look like this. This was the biggest mistake, and kind of the only mistake I've made up until today, was that big bulk that I did. This is the problem with the bulking and cutting, having that idea in your head that you just have to bulk, cut, because you can take it too far, like I did. I thought more bulking means better. So I reached this point, and I was just like looking in the mirror this day that I took this photo, and I was just like, oh my god, I am fat. I weighed 100 kg, 100 kilograms. I was fat. And part of the reason I did this was because I wanted to bench 140 kg. And I got very close. I got 135, but I was incredibly fat. And if you know a thing or two about lifting, you don't need to be this big to be strong, because fat doesn't move weight. Fat does nothing to move weight. I guess there's the mass moves mass, but that's more to do with deadlifting and squatting. It's an indirect. The whole mass moves mass thing, it's an indirect thing. The fat doesn't help move the weight directly, but just having the fat as cushioning, better leverages because you're like more compact, if you can understand what I'm saying, helps you to move weight and on like a deadlift or a squat, because when you squat down, you've got the big belly, big legs, you have that cushioning to kind of get you back up. Anyway, besides the point, I was too fat. So then I was like, okay, I need to cut down. And now, during this period, I realized that I don't need to have fat to be strong. So I just started cutting down and being smarter with my training. And then I reached this physique now, and I bench 145 kg. So I'm at a good point. Bench is my goal. I like benching the most. I want to be big as well, but I kind of like benching more than being big. So that's kind of like my overview of my whole lifting journey, because it's so short. 2 years is nothing. 2 years is nothing. It feels like it's been more than 2 years, but when I think about it in this sense, when I've just explained everything in 7 minutes while going in detail, and the fact that it was 2 years is nothing. It's 2 years is nothing. I have so much more to learn. I have so much more progress to make. I have so much more progress to make on bench, on other lifts, just muscle mass. So much to make. So much progress. And like, I'm excited to make all this progress. I really like lifting. And I like making videos as well. So yeah, this video turned out, 8 minutes? Kind of. Just a little context. Because I want to get bigger on my socials before I start spewing out every little bit about my life. Like there's no point going into detail everything, every single little thing. I'll just kind of keep it basic. Maybe people will like me and I'll grow, and then I'll make more in-depth stuff. But at the moment, I just make stuff like this, right? Right, that's the way to do it. Is that the way to go? I don't know. Maybe it's a mistake, maybe it's not. People make mistakes, like me, when I bulked to 100 kg and got fat. But then I learned, and then I fixed it, and now I don't have that fat face. No, don't got a belly. So, dubs all across the board. Yeah, if you've literally made it to the end of this, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for finding me interesting. And I'll see you in the next one.